What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Grace. I'm a farmer, photographer, a welder, and now a YouTuber, I guess. Today we are going to be putting a new hydro boost brake thing system on this truck from this truck. So I got my boots. I'm going to put them on real quick, and then we're going to get started. Got my new Brunt workwear boots. Ready to go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull the brake booster off of this. I haven't decided if I want to take the brake booster and the master cylinder. I think I might as well. I don't know. I might just take the brake booster, but then again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how hard it is to get the master cylinder apart. If it's difficult, I will just take them both. But if not, I might just take the brake booster. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's how I diagnosed the brake booster. So the way it was acting, it kind of already sounded like a brake booster. I'd get about half a stroke and then the brakes would get like rock hard and I'd have no stopping power whatsoever. So that already sounded like a brake booster, and then I looked down there and I saw this. If you look down in there, you'll see all that fluid right under where the brake booster goes through the firewall, which is right there. So that is how I determined that, and that is the first thing that we're going to try. I'm hoping that is also the cause for my power steering leak. That would make sense, but my luck doesn't really work like that, so probably I'll replace the brake booster and then I'll have to get the power steering pump replaced also. So, but fingers crossed that it is brake booster causing my power steering leak also. Is that a snake skin? I cannot. If a snake comes at me, I don't care if it's the smallest snake in the world. If a snake comes at me, this job is abandoned. I will not be coming back, and I will make somebody else come and do it. I don't do snakes. Even if they're like this big, no, absolutely not. Okay, well, I lied. I cannot use that master cylinder because the lines, the brake lines going into it are not the same size as the ones on that truck. So just to avoid that fight, I'm just gonna not take this master cylinder, and I'm gonna use one on that truck, and that's how we're gonna do that. Master cylinder, nice. All right, let's go inside the cab. All right, so this is where we're at. I just took this off of the brake pedal. This is the steering column, and then right above that, there's 2 bolts here, and then there's 2 on the other side. You can't always see, yeah, there they are. I take those out, and then it'll be good to come off. I just want everyone to know this is probably the easiest job I've ever done on these trucks, but I don't want to do it anymore, and it's time to cut beans. So I'm going to finish getting this booster off, and I'm going to go cut beans, and I will resume this project later because it's getting hot and I need to cut beans. So I'm going to wait till this afternoon. So I abandoned the truck job for a second because I gotta cut some beans. But I can already tell that it's gonna be a good day because this sensor will not shut up. So we're gonna turn the sound off. Looking good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, that sensor or that alert thing is still going off. Yay. Oh, last night we had we opened this field up, and because Dad had to do it because I don't know the property line, so he cut the line and went ahead and made the first pass around, and the air did not want to come on, or the fan didn't, so it was hot up in here, and turns out it was a fuse. So under the cab there is like a line, it's got an inline fuse, and the fuse that was in it was melted. It was toasted. We're not sure what caused that, so we put a new fuse in it, and it's working fine right now. I'm gonna check on it. I'm gonna check on it every once in a while and see, because I'm not really sure what would cause it to melt like that. I mean, you should have seen it. It was toasted. And the fuse that was in it was too big. So it was a 30 amp, it's supposed to be a 25 amp. So I'm thinking maybe it just like pulled too much power. I don't know, just power surge or what. I don't know, but whatever. I got air now, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. All right, we are down in the river bottoms. There's the river right there. So we are right here. I'm opening up this field. It wraps around the other side of that tree line. And I'm opening it up, and then I'm going to fill the combine in the grain cart. Dad just left with a load of beans, and he is taking my landlady's check to her. He's going to meet her on his way to the elevator. And yeah, there's a better view. Hey everybody, so really quick, I'm going to do a little Q&A. I'm just going to go ahead and get a few things just put out there straight out the gate. These were my frequently asked questions, and I do get asked these questions a lot on a daily basis, so I'm just gonna go for it. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm from Kentucky. That is where my farm is at. I'm 21 years old. No, I'm not single. I'm an 8th generation farmer. I did not start this farm myself. This is a lot of history right here. So no, I did not start this myself. I farm with my dad and my papa and my uncle. And so yeah, that's that. Now, this is my most asked question. Is your truck a 12 or 24 valve? I actually have both. The teal truck is the 12 valve, and my white truck is my 24 valve, which is actually the first truck I ever bought and the truck that I took my driver's test in, and it is my baby. It's out of commission right now, but that's okay. It's a little minor thing. I just can't do it, so I have to wait for a shop to get me in. I don't trust a lot of shops anymore because I had an incident happen with that truck, and it kind of really screwed me, so I have been waiting on this mechanic that is supposed to be really good, so I'm waiting for him to do it. That's all it is, and then my little baby will be back in driving order. But I'm gonna set this camera down, and we're just gonna get right into the questions that I have. I have them all wrote down because I knew I would forget some, so I'm just gonna go in the order that I have them. What is your dream truck? My dream truck is a red, faded out, rusted out, first gen dually. Must be a manual. Absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want the interior to be super sick. I want like wood grain floor, dash, all that good stuff. Just really clean interior, but I want the outside to look old and aged. I do want it to be fast. I want it to be built. I want it to, I just think that would be really cool. Like kind of like a rat rod, but not really, you know? Okay. Farm truck vibes on the outside, show truck vibes on the inside. That's kind of what I want. And it has to be a red, first gen dually. I already have a name picked out. It's going to be Bandit, so if you steal my idea, I'm coming for you. I've had this idea in my head for the longest time, but that is my dream truck. I know. Kind of silly, but that's it. Welding videos, question mark? When I did work at the fab shop, I did not make any welding content because all the work that we did was confidential. The designs were, so I couldn't video or take pictures of anything other than like the welds that I did itself, and I just couldn't get any like video footage without actually getting like the majority of what I was working on in the video, so I just didn't even mess with it. Didn't want to run into any problems with the company, so that's just how I did that. That's why any welding video that I do have is me just running practice beads on a piece of like angle or something. So that's the reason behind that. Sorry, not gonna get any welding content for the most part. Maybe in the future I'll do some with the welder that we have here, but at the same time, like, I'm really busy and we haven't really had any welding jobs come up, so. Next question, have you ever raised cattle or plan to? I did used to work on a cattle farm when I went to college. I worked there for I think 2 years, maybe a year and a half or something like that. And I loved it. I do want to raise cattle eventually. Actually, what we're in right now is our old cattle barn. You can see behind me the where they used to feed them at. I'm having a brain fart, but there's a conveyor belt that goes over top. It brings the feed out, and then back there is where all the feed was at. There's a little room outside the barn, and we got a couple silos up. So we did used to have cattle. It was before I was born, but I do plan on eventually running a feedlot. Next question, favorite thing to do in your free time? A lot of times when I have free time, I spend it cleaning. I do like my house to be clean, so I clean a lot when I can. I love doing like DIY projects. The furniture that is in my house, some of it was actually, I bought it at a thrift store, cleaned it up, painted it, and that's how some of the furniture is in my house. I haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything like that recently, but I do enjoy doing that. I like to hang out with my family a lot when I can. I go to all my brother's football games, and I just try to go to that kind of stuff when I can because I like it. I like watching my siblings do something that they love. How long have you been farming? So here's a little backstory. When I was 9 is when I actually took like serious interest in the farm. I used to always come down here with my dad and just kind of hang out, but when I was 9, I remember this moment like distinctly. I was cutting beans. I was learning to cut beans when I was 9. And like the first time that I drove the combine, I was like, this is what I want to do forever. And from that moment on, like I spent every fall down here. I would come in the spring and plant with my dad. And when I was 14 is when I actually started to run the combine by myself. And when I was 16 is when I started to rent my own ground. So officially, it's been 5 years. This is my 5th harvest farming for myself. And that's really exciting for me. So 5 years. Okay, next question. There's a lot of truck questions in here, so sorry. I might have to make this a 2-part video because it's already getting pretty long. Any plans for either 2nd gen? I do have plans for the teal one. The white one, I don't necessarily have any plans for it because I want to keep it stock. I want to keep that as a reliable work truck. I don't really have any plans for that one because I just love it exactly how it is right now. But the teal one, I am going to convert it to a dually. I'm hoping to do that soon. I plan on either doing a regular dually bed or a color matched weld bed. As far as like engine things go and like actually building the truck, not just appearance, I don't really have any plans. Maybe in the future, but for now I don't really have any plans. I want to get the outside looking its best before I try and dive into any of that because it is a beautiful truck. I just want to get the outside all squared away before I start messing with any engine things, and I plan on painting it. I want to redo the bodywork on it. I want to get everything lined up correctly. So yeah, that's my plans for that. Dually for sure. Okay, this is probably my favorite question, and I do plan, whenever I start my podcast, I plan on doing a whole entire episode on this because I am very passionate about this subject. The question is, How hard is it being taken seriously when farming is so dominated by males? First of all, farming is not so dominated by males. I think the percentage is like around 40% women in ag, I think. Is it hard being taken seriously? No, because I am a firm believer in it doesn't really matter what your gender is. If you walk into a room and demand respect, you will get it. If you show that you deserve it, you will get it. It has nothing to do with your gender. This subject can fire me up so easily, so I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. There are plenty of men out there who don't know how to work, and there's plenty of women out there who don't know how to work. It has nothing to do with if you're male or female. Little windblown moment. But no, I do not feed into the women in ag movement. I think it's BS, and I'm not a victim to that, so. Next question, how do you get your hands clean after working all day in the oil and grease? So I'm actually really excited to tell you guys, I am partnering with Diesel Crate for this video. And I just got this Grip Clean hand soap. So this hand soap is actually infused with dirt, and you're probably wondering why. And it turns out that dirt is actually the best substance in the world at absorbing chemicals, oil, grease, and toxins. So if you are a mechanic, if you're working in grease and oil a lot, this is perfect for you. You will definitely need to try this out. I love it. It smells so good. It makes my hands feel really soft, and I just love it. You guys definitely need to try it out. This came in my Diesel Crate, and I'm really pumped about it. Also, just about Diesel Crate, it's a monthly subscription, and you get a box, and it's filled with some fun stuff. Like this month, I got jerky, I got my hand soap, I got a sticker. It says smoke tires, not drugs. And I got this cool license plate that just says Diesel Crate on it. And yeah, it's just a fun little box to get every month. It's kind of like a little surprise. I forgot that it was coming, so whenever I saw it sitting on my front porch, I got really excited. They are having holiday sales. Their spooky sale is what they called it. Is over. That was their sale for Halloween, but it's over now, and they are going to be doing some holiday sales for this upcoming season, so definitely check them out. I will link it in my description. I'm really excited about it. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out all my other social media accounts linked down below, and check out my merch at farmergrayce.com, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!